Good morning, children. Today we will start in continuation with the previous chapter, chapter 4, Basics of Operating System. Today we will study about functions of operating system. Functions of operating system falls in three categories: essential functions, monitoring functions, and service functions. Okay, so here essential functions means effective utilization of computer system resources. Okay, means all resources, all peripheral devices connected with the computer should be used effectively. Monitoring functions means monitor and collect information related to the system performance, and service functions enhance facilities provided to user. So here monitoring functions is related to monitor and collect information related to the performance of the system. Okay, it will keep eye on all the activities, all the performances, as well as it will collect information from there. And service function enhances facilities provided to the user. Okay, all the services provided by the means facilities provided to the user by the operating system will be enhanced. Okay, now major operating system functions are process management, memory management, file management, device management, and user interface. So now I'll define all 5 operating system functions. So first of all, process management. So process management function of OS allocates an important computer resource, CPU, resources CPU, to various running programs or applications. Okay, here the functions of OS will be to allocate the computer resource, means OS will allocate all the computer resources connected with the CPU to various programs or applications. Okay, like from VLC, if we are listening music, then means we will be able to see on the speaker. That means VLC will be connected with the speaker, will be allocated to the speaker with the help of operating system. Okay, now if we have started MS Word, MS Word is the software. So when we start MS Word, then if we are giving print command from there, then operating system will allocate the printer to that particular program. So a running program or application is known as a process. So whatever application or a program, application means software that we are using, application softwares installed in operating system. Then running program means the programs which are currently working, or programs on which we are currently working, then it is known as process. So this function of an OS prepares. So this function means process management will prepare, schedule, control, and monitor jobs, or we can say processes, submitted for execution to ensure the most efficient processing. Got it? So all processings can be done in a efficient manner. According to that, operating system will schedule everything. Okay, it will schedule, it will prepare also, it will control and monitor all the processes which are in the queue. Okay, like which process to run first, then which process to run second. According to the priority also, the processes will be executed, controlled, and monitored. Now job allocation is collection of one or more related programs and their data. Okay, now job is a collection of one or more. Okay, that means if a program is there, in program there can be many jobs in a single process. Like if we are using MS Word, then in that particular MS Word also there can be many jobs. Okay, so job is actually collection of one or more related programs. Okay, if the program is related, then one single task of that particular program is known as job. Okay, so in particular software there can be many jobs and its data also. Okay, means its details. Now next is memory management. So memory management means operating system will manage crucial resources, and the crucial resources computer memory, because all the data is saved over there. So this function will allocate memory to the running processes first of all. Okay, if the processes which are running will be allocated space in the memory, and then after the work is done, okay, after the process is complete, it will again deallocate the memory when it gets completed. Got it? Now file management. File management means to manage files. So here it is the function of OS to govern the permanent storage. Permanent storage means hard disk. Okay, so permanent storage device which is there in our system is hard disk, and retrieve of the data from to an external storage device. Okay, so it will govern permanent storage like hard disk and retrieve the data from external storage devices like pen drives, CDs, etc. Now it ensures the proper saving of the data. Okay, it will ensure that the file is properly saved or not. Okay, saving of the data at the appropriate location. Now it is also responsible for the retrieval of the data. Like once it is saved, then we have to fetch it again. If we have to see the file or if we have to make changes in the file, then again we will have to retrieve the data from the storage device. Okay, so it is the work of OS. Now device management. Devices, it will handle all input and output devices. Okay, so this function ensures smooth reading of the data. Input devices are used to read the data, so it will check whether smooth reading is going on or not from input devices, and then sending the data to correct output device is done or not. Okay, now user interface. It enables the communication between user and their computer systems. So it does this by providing user interface. User interface means it will provide us icons, menus, buttons, pictures, etc. so that we can click on it, we can drag it, we can move it. Okay, so that the communication can be made with the PC, and a standard set of commands that control the hardware. Got it? It will provide us the user interface as well as set of commands that will allow us to control the hardware devices connected with the computer. Now the next topic is device drivers. So we know very well that operating system has a part that can deal with and interact with the hardware. Okay, operating system can interact with the hardware. Apart from motherboard, there are many other hardware devices that are attached from outside, and they are known as peripheral devices. Okay, peripheral devices means external devices which are outside the computer system and are connected with the computer. So to interact with any type of hardware device, operating system's kernel needs to speak it in a way it can understand. Okay, so kernel is a form in which actually operating system has two components, shell and kernel. Okay, so shell interacts with the humans and kernel interacts with the hardware devices. Okay, so it will come in the next slide. So kernel needs to speak to it in a way it can understand. So every device is unique. You know very well all the devices are unique, and they all work in very unique way, thus to help an operating system to interact with it, so that operating system can interact with that particular device. So every device comes with a specially written program called device drivers. So nowadays many of the devices are BIOSed actually, but earlier what happened, like if you have purchased a printer, then a CD comes along with it. In that CD there are device drivers. Okay, so that if we install that CD, then device drivers will be installed in the PC, and then we will be able to connect printer with the computer. Got it? So here the device drivers are required so that a device, external device, can communicate with the help with the operating system in the PC. Okay, so for example, you will find that external hardwares, like if we purchase printers, we purchase displays, then CD-ROM readers, okay, disk drive means, then USB sticks also, pen drives or dongles, then Bluetooth devices also, then so on, come with a special software. Okay, they always have a special software that need to be installed before you can use them. Okay, so when you purchase these software, these devices, hardware devices or external hardware devices, then you need to install device drivers so that you can use these external devices. Okay, or you can connect this external device with your computer. Now without the driver file, the computer will be unable to communicate with the device. Okay, like if you have purchased a new printer and if you have to connect it with the PC, it will not work directly. You will have to install the driver CD. Okay, you will have to install the drivers from the CD which has come with the printer. Otherwise you can download drivers also from the internet. So device drivers are group of files that enable one or more hardware devices to communicate with the computer operating systems. Got it? Device drivers are actually softwares. These are utility softwares. I told you earlier, utility softwares in types of software chapter, third chapter. So the device drivers are utility softwares which help in smooth functioning of the system. Okay, so we will be able to use printer or any other device that we have purchased when the device drivers are installed in the PC. Got it? Now why device drivers? A typical computing system, like we can say computer, laptop, cell phone, PDAs means mobile phone, personal digital assistants, okay, then point of sale system, etc., deals with a variety of devices. So in order to interact with every type of device, its operating system must have some code dealing with that type of the device. You might have seen nowadays there are so many computing systems, and all these computing systems deals with many other devices. Okay, sometimes I need to connect my pen drive with the laptop, OTG with my laptop, then I need to connect my mobile phone with the laptop. You might have seen. Then so every time it deals with different, sometimes I need to connect printer, scanner and many other devices with my laptop. Then what happens? Obviously what computer understands? Machine language. But there should be a program, a code, some coding will be there, should be there, so that particular device can be connected with the computer. Okay, so the compilers and interpreters are there to detect the code and then computer can understand. Okay, but actually some sort of code is required to install those devices, okay, external devices. Now as there are numerous hardware devices, you know very well there are so many hardware devices available these days. Okay, like earlier wired speakers were there, nowadays wireless speakers are there, then wired keyboards were there, now wireless keyboards are there, wireless mouse is there. Then we need to install all these, so we need some code to interact with each device type will make the operating system a very large, complex and a complicated program. Got it? Now if there are so many devices and there will be lot of code, okay, then it will make the operating a very large, complex and a complicated program. So now what happens? There is device, and in the operating system we need to install device drivers. Then after that, means if like application softwares are there, like if we have to give the command from MS Word to print, then operating system will give that command to the device drivers, and then device driver will in response will give the response to the device, and then device will print the document. Now each hardware device installed on the computer requires a different type of device driver. Okay, not same driver will work with everyone. Okay, not same device driver. With every device there will be a different device driver or a hardware driver. The device driver provides specific instructions to the operating system in order for the hardware device to perform properly. Got it? So device drivers have some specific instructions, important strong instructions that should be given to operating system so that that particular hardware device perform properly. So instead of this, coding is written separately for each device type. Okay, coding is different. It will make the operating system light. Okay. Now, however, the operating system provides a single point interface. Now, operating system will be single point interface because if we have to access all the devices, we don't have to give instructions to different device drivers or all. That is the work of operating system. We have to simply give instruction to the operating system, and then everything will be hosted automatically by the device drivers. Okay, because operating system is giving instructions to device drivers. Okay students, only this much for today. Thank you so much.